I moved to Brisbane 40 years ago to go to university and actually did my first shop at the old Woolworths supermarket that was on this site. Even then, it was a dilapidated supermarket that was ripe for redevelopment.
Toowong is a very important site for Brisbane. It's languished for decades, and this site is an amalgamation of a lot of sites in the middle of Toowong. The opportunity to do something that Toowong's failed to do for the last 30 years.
The development's perfectly located in terms of the Brisbane Transport Plan and satisfying the objectives. The whole premise of the Brisbane Transport Plan is about getting people out of their cars and to use other forms of transport like buses, trains, city cats, active transport.
Toowong has great potential in Brisbane's structural city sense. It's an ideal location at the end of a run of the river to put some density into an important place. It's got a lot happening there, but it hasn't happened. It's not just about height, it's about the public offer, what the project is attempting to do and what it can do for a much wider footprint than just its own site.
Toowong's really been a sort of forgotten suburb in terms of maximising the potential of a transport hub. There's been a lot of other developments around inner Brisbane, the West Villages, South City Square, Gasworks, where there's been high density around transport nodes and inner city areas. And this one actually has more benefits than any of those in terms of accessibility to public transport and active transport nodes. So it's probably the missing piece in the puzzle when you look at the other developments that have occurred around it in the city frame where they've maximised density.
Toowong has had quite a few attempts to do piecemeal things. None have worked, and now the chances here to do something for the long-term benefit of Toowong but of the city.
Density and tall buildings people shouldn't be afraid of. Just because they're tall buildings, high density doesn't mean there's lots of traffic.
In fact, putting new homes beside train and bus stations is the most effective way to reduce traffic from growth. It's sprawl that pushes more cars onto our roads.
These towers are elegant buildings. They've got a good proportion to them. The jury felt they would sit very comfortably. I also would say I think they would create a focal point for Toowong. It's going to create a large central cool open space in the middle of Toowong. With the future, mixed use and public realm, it will completely change the way Toowong operates.
As a local in the western suburbs, I'm really excited for something to happen on the site.
Now's the time to build a world-class precinct that shows Brisbane at its best in 2032 and serves our community long afterwards.
In particular, the plan that First So Projects has come up with, I think is just perfect.